Good evening, Panther Nation, live from Thibodaux. Week 8 of high school football action is now upon us, and your 2-5 Berwick Panthers are taking on the 7-0 EDY Cardinals. This is also EDY's homecoming game. Berwick is going to be receiving the ball first. EDY is set to kick off. And let's see what the Panthers are able to do offensively on the first drive. First, we got to get to the kickoff. Naaman Bennett and Luke Tarver set to return the kickoff for the Panthers. The kick is up, and it's a touchback. Don't see that too often in high school football, but a touchback right there for ED White. So on first down, it's a handoff to Naaman Bennett. Bennett's able to get roughly a yard. Makes it 2nd and about 9 for the Panthers. So at least some positive yardage right there in the first play. The handoff to Naaman Bennett is a staple in this offense. On 2nd and 9. And Crepo hands it off to Naaman Bennett. Bennett able to get about the same yardage he just had on that last play. Maybe gains about another yard or two. Make it 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. EDY has had a very stout defense that teams have struggled to move the ball on all season long. So let's see what this Berwick offense can do. ED White showing a blitz. Evan Crappell throws it. It's a high pass. Incomplete to Luke Tarver, but it's caught off the deflection by Rhett Ratcliffe. That's a first down for the Berwick Panthers. You never really see something like that happen, but you got to take blessings when you can. And that's a first down for the Panthers. Might have been by mistake, but a first down is a first down. Panthers are now on the 38-yard line, their own 38. Naaman Bennett is your running back right now for the Panthers. Evan Crappell, your quarterback. Miguel Melendez, the receiver on the bottom of your screen. It's another handoff for Naaman Bennett. Bennett breaks a couple tacklers, but gets thrown down after about a gain of 3 yards right there. Body slam tackle right there by ED White. This will be about 2nd and 6 right there for the Panthers. It was about a 4-yard gain right there by Naaman Bennett. Cole Morris is now your running back in. You have Rhett Ratcliffe and Miguel Melendez as the two receivers on the bottom of your screen. Luke Tarver and Carter Whipple as your receivers on top. It's a pass complete to Carter Whipple. And he gets close to the first down, but doesn't seem to have got it. Oh, they're going to signal a first down. So that's another first down for this Panthers offense. That's 2 passing first downs for Berwick. This will be 1st and 10 for the Panthers on their own 48. Evan Crappell's trying to get ED White to jump off sides. It's a handoff to Cole Morris on first down. He dances around in the backfield, but able to get nothing right there. And that was a very late hit right there by E.D. White. And that's another first down for the Panthers. E.D. White is just playing some dirty football so far in this game. Had the fans underneath us trying to protest that wasn't a unnecessary roughness, but clearly was. But nonetheless, the sticks are going to continue to move for the Panthers. And that's another first down for Berwick. So that was about a 15-yard penalty right there for Berwick. And now we are on E.D. White's side of the field. Definitely 4-down territory for the Panthers right here. On first down, Evan Crapo drops back to pass. He has a receiver down the field, and it was heavily contested. Pass was intended for number 6, Carter Whipple. Number 4, Paul Groh on the deflection. So the first down pass was no good for E.D. White. Berwick. It'd be 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Naaman Bennett is back in at running back for the Panthers. You have Gage Toops lining up as an extra blocker. Luke Tarver and Rhett Ratcliffe as your receivers on the bottom. Carter Whipple on top. It is a pass caught by number 4, Luke Tarver, for another first down for the Berwick Panthers. That's about a 14-yard gain right there. And the Panthers are continuing to move the football. Let's go. Panthers are getting close to that red zone territory. And the passing offense has just worked for Berwick so far. Something that the Panthers haven't really turned to so much this season. But with the stout defensive line that E.D. White has, throwing the football definitely has been in the Panthers' rotation this game. But it's another run for Naaman Bennett, and it seems that he got tripped up right there behind the line of scrimmage. But as I was saying, that E.D. White defensive line is just so dominant. It's hard to move the ball against them. And Panthers so far haven't had easy doing that, running the football. But passing it, that's where they've had their success. Now let's see what the Panthers are able to do. Luke Tarver is your single receiver on the bottom of the screen. Rhett Ratcliffe and Carter Whipple, your receivers on top. Gage Toops in as an extra blocker. Naaman Bennett in at running back. Panthers tries to get E.D. White to jump off sides. It's another run for Naaman Bennett. Naaman Bennett's able to lunge forward for about a gain of, let's call it 4 or 5 yards. 4 yards to make it 3rd and 6 for the Panthers. So, obviously not ideal 3rd down yardage right here. But definitely still doable. As the Panthers, all passing plays have gone for more than 10 yards. So there's definitely something doable for the Panthers. Same receivers, same offensive set in as last play, except Cole Morris is your running back. Panthers signal Gage Toops over in. It's an extra blocker. They run it with Cole Morris, who has it whole, but not able to get the first down, but is definitely close. About 2 yards shy. So the Panthers right there were just setting up 4th down, as this is definitely 4th down territory. You know, we don't really have a field goal kicker on the roster, so going for it on 4th down, especially in the red zone, definitely is what the Panthers need to do. And we have Evan Crapo coming on the field with the play call. Let's see what the Panthers are dialing up on 4th and 2. We have the same offensive players in his last play, except Naaman Bennett is your running back. Panthers try to get E.D. White to jump off sides. It's a run with Naaman Bennett. Naaman Bennett has a hole, and Naaman Bennett is able to get inside the 10-yard line for a Panthers first down. Looked like he was about to go down, but he was able to trip some players and get inside the 10-yard line to make it 1st and goal for the Berwick Panthers. Smooth the ball very nice offensively in this game. It's about 1st and goal on the 6-yard line. 6-yard line right there. Naaman Bennett is still in at running back for the Panthers. They decide to run it with Naaman Bennett on 1st and goal. He able to get about 2 yards right there to make it 2nd and goal from the 4. It's a solid gain right there from the Panthers, moving the ball. We didn't go backwards, so that's really all that matters. Panthers also chewing up a lot of clock right here on this drive. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Already half of the first quarter taken over. This is how you beat a team like Edie White. It's a handoff on the outside for Naaman Bennett, and he walks into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Berwick Panthers. Panthers are on the board first against the undefeated Edie White Cardinals. 6-0 lead, potentially 7-0 depending on the extra point. And what a nice drive right there by the Berwick Panthers. Drove it all the way down the field, took up a lot of time. And this is how you beat a team like Edie White. You take up a lot of time and score points. And next thing you know, the Panthers are punching in for a touchdown. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Panthers take an early 7-0 lead after the Evan Crappell extra point, and we will be back. Evan Crappell set to kick off for the Panthers. Panthers have been trying some onside kicks early in games. See what this one is. It is a low kick. Return right there by number 24, Nate Thomas. Nate is able to get about solid return right there. So on first down from Edie White's own 44-yard line, Edie White's a team that loves to run the wing T. And on first down, number 9, Stephen Jones, getting a stop right there for the Panthers. So after the first down stop, let's see what the Panthers are able to do. And looks like they were sending a man in motion, but decided to forego that. So on 2nd and 10, it's a quarterback keeper right here. Had me even confused. But the Panthers are able to diagnose that well and get a stop. About a gain of 6 right there to make it 3rd and 4. But a nice stop right there defensively for the Panthers. Of course, the wing T, there's a lot of just interesting formations you could run out of wing T. Let's see what Edie White's going to do right here. Don't expect the ball to be thrown a lot as soon as I say that it's a pass. But Luke Tarver able to make a tackle right there after the catch for Edie White. And it is enough for a Cardinals first down. And the interesting thing about wing T is it barely passes. Like, wing T is an offense that barely features any sort of pass. And it's kind of shocking when teams decide to do it. So you're going to see cornerbacks playing pretty far back. But it's a lot of running, a lot of extra blockers on the field, a lot of misdirections. And it's a handoff right here to the running back. He's able to break a couple tackles, but not enough for the first down. About a gain of 7 yards, 8 yards right there to make it 2nd and 3, 2nd and 2 for the Cardinals. So on 2nd and 2, it's a handoff up the middle. No, it's not. It is a pitch play. And E.D. White's able to run it out of bounds, not before getting the first down. And I mean, this wing tee is going to be so difficult to judge all night because it moves quick. There's a lot of misdirection, a lot of fakes. And this is something that the Panthers just have to diagnose. What's a fake? What's the real thing? What is E.D. White going to do? Who's in motion? A lot of people to take account for. You see number 40 in motion right here. And it's a screen pass for number 2 for E.D. White. Luke Tarver makes a tackle. E.D. White's able to get about 9 yards, 8 yards right there on the play to make it 2nd and 2, 2nd and 1. Actually, it's about a gain of 7 yards right there to make it 2nd and 3. But it is a handoff up the middle right there, and the Panthers are able to stop it. So it makes another 3rd down. It's 3rd and short, though. But with E.D. White's offense, you never know what's going to be run right here. Is it going to be a motion play? Like, what's going on? And the weird thing is whenever you run the motions, it's always going to be a fake to the running back or the halfback or whoever. So it makes the Panthers load the box defensively, which leaves wide open range outside. And you see number 40 is trying to go in motion right here. E.D. White changed the play call. The coach is yelling on the sidelines. What's going to happen right here on this 3rd and 1? E.D. White sends number 40 on motion. And the quarterback keeps it at first, but hands it off to number 38. 38 not able to get a lot of yards, but enough for the first down. So it's another first down for E.D. White. And week 2 against the Captain Pirates, the Panthers ran against the wing 2 offense. And the weird thing about that game was they didn't play terrible defense. It's just there was a lot of 4th down, 3rd down plays. The Panthers would get a nice stop on 1st down or a nice stop on 2nd down. And then on 3rd down or 4th down, it would always be a gain. It was just a very lengthy game right here. But it's a quarterback keeper right here. And the quarterback's able to run it into the end zone for a touchdown. So E.D. White is on the board. Love to tell you who that player is, but we currently don't have a roster. E.D. White's max preps, not up to date. E.D. White, you got to fix that max preps. But let's see what this formation is. I don't know what is up with all these teams running interesting formations on extra points. It's like all that for 1 point. They just line up regular. But the extra point is up, and it is good. So it's a 7-7 ball game, tied, and we'll be back. It could have been worse. Yes, bro, it's all. I know, bro. I can't talk before they hand off. Alright, I gotta find an up-to-date roster for E.D. White. Hey. Hey, never mind. Screw them. Hey, we run it. We running the AC bill up. I hope this is like St. James, bro, shootout. But dude, they took 4 minutes off the clock right there. We took freaking 7. Collins? Oh. So Collins set to kick off. It's a line drive kick, and it is out of the end zone. Touchback from Edie White. So the ball comes out to the 25-yard line for the Panthers. So let's see what they can do here offensively. Last drive, we saw a healthy mixture of both run and pass plays, which is something we haven't seen so far from the Panthers this season. It's been a heavy dose of run in a lot of games they played this year. But so far, they decided to mix in a little pass, and as we saw, it worked. But now right here, on 1st and 10, from actually the 20-yard line, excuse me. See what the Panthers can do. Luke Tarver's receiver on the bottom of your screen. Cole Morris is your running back. And Cole Morris darts outside after finding nothing up the middle and is able to get back to the line of scrimmage more than a yard. Refs are going to give him a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Panthers, which is, ironically enough, how last drive started off. So let's see if that's some type of good juju for the Panthers. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the Panthers' own 21-yard line. Panthers are showing 2 running backs in the backfield, which is a combination they ran a lot last year with Andre Ingleton and Jaden Milton. Panthers send Eamon Bennett out in motion and run it up the middle with Cole Morris and aren't able to get anything. Actually lose the yard right there. So it goes from 2nd and 9 to 3rd and 10. Not ideal. But let's see what the Panthers are able to do here on 3rd down. And I think a pass right there on 2nd down probably should have been what the Panthers called up. You know, because they so quickly revert back to the run game. But see what happens. Evan Kreppel still getting the play call right here from Berwick. Or from, excuse me, Coach Walker. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout called right here. Oh, excuse me. So I'm not even paying attention. End of the 1st quarter. So heading into the 2nd quarter, it is a tied up ball game. And we'll see you at the start of the 2nd. And we are back. So it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Panthers. Evan Kreppel drops back in the pocket and gets sacked. So after a promising first drive by the Panthers aren't able to do much offensively right here. And a big reason for that is because they're not really letting the play develop. That's been a problem for the Panthers all season long. The offensive line not really giving the Panthers too much time to work. The quick passes is how the Panthers move the ball, throwing it on the first drive, and Kreppel, of course, had the time because it was quick passes. But Eamon Bennett able to get the punt off despite a lot of pressure coming in. And Edie White fields the punt at Berwick's 45-yard line. And now we have Edie White's offense trotting onto the field. So it'll be 1st and 10 from Edie White on Berwick's 45-yard line. For those tuning in, Edie White runs very heavy wing tee offense, so expect to see a lot of trickery, and I was confused. But it's a quarterback keeper. He pitches it out to the running back. Running back has a hole up the middle. Running back cuts up the field, able to get brought down right around the 20-yard line, stopped at around the 20-yard line. E.D. White is now in the red zone. And that's probably the first big chunk play the Panthers have let up so far in that game. About a 25-yard gain right there for E.D. White. And I was just saying how against Kaplan, Panthers were able to do a nice job making it a third, fourth down pretty much every drive. But right here, the quarterback drops out the throw. Looks like he's just scrambling. And maybe this was a design run the entire time. Makes a couple men miss. Dives to the end zone. And waiting for the ref signal. There's a flag on the play right here. No signal from the ref saying it's a touchdown. Flag on the play. What could this flag be on? Is this on E.D. White? Because I never saw a ref throw up his hands to signal a touchdown. And looks like it was on the offense. But they're calling it unsportsmanlike conduct. So the touchdown does stand for E.D. White. But it was unsportsmanlike conduct. So maybe the Panthers have a chance to return this upcoming kick. E.D. White, of course, not going for two. Although it looks like it. Teams love to run that formation. But that was a quick score right there by E.D. White. Might have took a minute, 2 minutes off the clock. Opposed to the Panthers' slow-burning offense in this game. But the kick is up. And it is good. E.D. White takes a 14-7 lead, and we'll be back at the kickoff.
They probably don't have guys that play both ways. Like, not at all. Like, that's crazy, bro. Our whole team plays both ways. That's probably another reason why they're so good, because they just have so many guys. Exactly. The only people that get a break are Evan and Miguel. Played cornerback at one point, but not that experience. Well, everybody be saw some stuff in PE. Just be 30 it up.
So Collins set to kick it off for E.D. White. The kick is a short one, of course, with a penalty. Number 3, Rhett Ratcliffe on the return. He muffs the kick, but the Panthers are able to luckily recover. Could have been a disaster right there. But now the Panthers have a chance to go down and tie this game up. Russ are going to put the ball at around the, looked like it fell around the 30. And it's going to be in between the 31 and 32 yard line. So, I don't know. Let's say Panthers have it on their own 32. Let's roll with that. So it'll be 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs, fresh series for the Panthers to try to make something happen offensively. Carter Whipple is your receiver on the bottom of your screen. Rhett Ratcliffe, Luke Tarvey receivers on top. Gage Tootson is an extra blocker. Naaman Bennett is your running back. It's a handoff up the middle for Naaman Bennett. Bennett's able to just punch through this pile that the Panthers offensive line created. Of course, no real holes opening. And it's a gain of about 2 right there to make it 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. And so far this game, the Panthers have just been chewing the crap out of the clock, which of course is a smart game strategy to not give E.D. White a lot of time to do much of anything on offense. You see the Panthers chewing it down slowly, about 5 seconds remaining on the play clock. They snap it at 4. It's another handoff for Naaman Bennett. Looks like he does a bit of a flip right there and gets maybe a yard. Makes it 3rd and 8. Excuse me, 2nd and 8 to 3rd and 7. Now you're going to have a pass expected here for the Panthers. And this is just drawn away from everything they were doing offensively in that first drive. You know, going a healthy combination of run, pass, or excuse me, not just a pass, but a quick pass. We may have seen some play action, quick pass involved here. And looks like there's a jump right there by the Panthers offensive line. The player that jumped looked to be number 53, Nicholas Wiggins. But that's a loss of 5 right there for the Panthers. And it already turns a third and not reasonable to a third and definitely not reasonable. So it went from 3rd and 7 to about 3rd and 13. Excuse me, 3rd and 12. Can't do math. Let's see what the Panthers are able to do. Looks like the play call might still be the same. No, it's not. So they're sending Nathan Bennett out as a receiver. He's your guy on the slot on the bottom of your screen. Carter Whipple is your guy on the top. Evan Crappell has a man not really open. Throws it into a tight window to number 4, Luke Tarver. And it is incomplete. So the punt unit coming back on the field for the Panthers. That was an interesting decision right there. To throw it to number 4, Tarver. It looked like your outside receiver, Rhett Ratcliffe, might have been open. Excuse me, slot receiver, Rhett Ratcliffe, might have been open right there, but Crappell didn't throw. Also, probably didn't have the time to make that throw. Those are two receivers short of the 6 on Luke Tarver. But the punt is a wobbler for Nathan Bennett. Panthers don't get a... Oh, take it back. They do get a great bounce. Bounces all the way down to the 30-yard line. About a 10-yard bounce right there from the Panthers. So pretty solid punt. Edie White's going to take over on their own 31-yard line, and we will be back.
Hey, one-score game, one-score game. Bro, they had the same exact cheers as us. At least we scored more than Patterson and Donaldsonville. Patterson scored 0. We scored more than Patterson and Donaldsonville combined in the first half. So that's good. Patterson scored 0. Probably St. James or Donaldsonville. So probably Donaldsonville.
So on 1st and 10, it's a handoff to the player in motion. He has some space to work. He's on the 30, 25. Makes a man miss. Breaks another tackle. And takes it all the way down to about the 10-yard line. That's a really long gain right there from Edie White. The runner gets stopped at around the 12-yard line. And that was definitely worst case scenario right there for the Panthers. They keep chugging it and chugging it and chugging it down the field offensively. One play. That's not how you chew the clock right there. Edie White has a lone receiver on an island over there. A lone receiver on an island. Panthers sent a cornerback over there. If Edie White would have hurried up and called that play, that would have been a wide open touchdown for Edie White. But they put a corner on him. It's a quarterback keeper. Number 12 runs it up the middle, breaks a tackle, and is in for another touchdown. That is a 2-play, 60-yard touchdown drive right there from Edie White. And that was a fast hitting offense. The defense, after a somewhat promising first drive, aren't showing much signs of life so far in the second quarter. But Edie White running this wacky formation. And they're lining up for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. So 21-7, Edie White is your score with 7 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We'll be right back.
Five Guys has those. They are. I'm getting Smoothie King. It's gonna cost an arm and a leg, bro. Probably. I got 10. I ain't got Cash App yet, so.
Kick is a short one. Naaman Bennett recovers it at the 10-yard line. And not able to get much right there. Gets it to around the 16-yard line, 17-yard line, 16-yard line. Should be first down for the Panthers. I was Burke right there. Honestly, could have just fair catch that. Got it at the 20-yard line. But I guess the return chews some clock. Longer field, more chalk to include clock. Excuse me. Now the Panthers offense back on the field. You have Carter Whipple and Rhett Ratcliffe as your two receivers. Luke Tarver as your receiver on top of the screen. Cole Morris and Naaman Bennett as your two running backs. Panthers hand it off to Cole Morris, who has some space on the outside. Gets tripped up after a gain of about 2 yards right there. Excuse me, 3 yards. So the ball was in the 17-yard line. That's what I thought. This is about a 3-yard gain right there. 2nd and 7 for the Panthers.
Panthers play 2nd and 7 on the 20.
So 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. Panthers showing a bunch formation of receivers. Carter Whipple, Luke Tarver, and Rhett Ratcliffe. Naaman Bennett, your running back. Miguel Melendez, your receiver, alone on the outside. Naaman Bennett has some space on the outside. Stiff arms the defender and is able to turn it up field for a Panthers first down. Give Naaman Bennett some space to work, and he will cook. It was a nice stiff arm right there to get enough for the first down. So that's the first down right there from the Panthers. Solid ball movement.
Oh, okay. No one Edie White to probably take hard.
So be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. It's a quick pass right here. Tipped at the line. And Carter Whipple's not able to hang on to that. So that will be 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Clock stops. This probably isn't ideal for Berwick right here. But nonetheless, it will be 2nd and 10. Trying to see what Berg does right here. If I'm Berg, I would just continue to go pass, 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 or run it to the outside. Because that's the only thing that has worked for them so far in this game. Running it to the outside, quick passes, but now you see Edie White pressing up, so that might eliminate some of these quick pass opportunities. But it is a handoff for Naaman Bennett, who looked like he was trying to go outside. Outside was covered, wanted to turn it up in the middle, and nothing was able to happen right there. Ball does come out, but they're rolling, it down, of course, no fumble. Of course, that was a forward fumble anyway. Rules get wonky about that. But that will be 3rd and 10 for the Panthers. Not much going right here for Burke. After that, nice first down by Naaman Bennett. Interesting to see what the Panthers do and if this is 4th down territory. So Evan Krappel drops back to pass. Has a receiver open, and it's Rhett Ratcliffe. He gets tackled after reaching the first down. So that's some nice route running right there by Rhett Ratcliffe to get enough for the first down. And the chain continues to move for the Panthers. Getting some third and long heroics right here. But the ball is moving for Berwick, and that's the main thing to take away from this. So it'll be 1st and 10 from Berwick's own 48-yard line. Evan Krappel hands it off to Naaman Bennett, who gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Another run up the middle for the Panthers that does not work. That is a loss of about 2 right there to make it 2nd and 12.
Panthers play second and 12 on the 46.
So be 2nd and 12 for the Panthers. You have Carter Whipple as the lone man on the bottom of your screen. Gage Toopson as an extra blocker. Cole Morris as your running back. Rhett Ratcliffe in the slot on the top. And Luke Tarver also on the top. You have Gage Toops blocking up the middle. It's a quick pass intended for Carter Whipple. Carter Whipple catches it. And looks like he was trying to break the tackle. Couldn't break it. But nonetheless, it's some positive yards gained for the Panthers. And it takes a 2nd and 12 to a now manageable 3rd and about 4. Not 4. 3rd and 3. So now 3rd and manageable. And this is definitely 4th down territory for the Panthers. Unless this is a loss of 20 right here. Especially Panthers are going to have to be playing aggressive. Edie White also shows no real safety help. Panthers want to get a guy deep. It's another quick pass intended for Carter Whipple. Carter Whipple had the ball in his hands, but it was deflected by Edie White. So now 4th and 3 for Berwick. Let's see what the play call is going to be.
Panthers play 4th and 3 on the 45-yard line.
So it'll be 4th and 3 for the Panthers. You gotta hope Coach Walker's gonna go in his deep bag of play calls right here. Carter Whipple, the receiver. Gage Toopson is an extra blocker. Cole Morris, your running back. Rhett Ratcliffe, your slot receiver. Luke Tarver, your outside receiver. Both those guys on the top. And it's a run. Oh, it's a quarterback keeper. But there's a flag called right here. Is it on the offense is going to be the major question. And it is a false start on the offense. And that's a killer penalty right there. Interesting to see who jumped right there. But the offense looks like it's going to stay on the field for the Panthers, as it should. You know, Edie White would get at the 50-yard line, which, I mean, definitely is doable for them for a touchdown. But when you're on this side of the field, gaining this much yards, having a solid drive going, you got to try to get a stop. And this is exactly what the Panthers are doing right here. Excuse me, not a stop, a first down. But you have Luke Tarver and Carter Whipple as your 2 receivers on the bottom of your screen. Naaman Bennett as the running back. Rhett Ratcliffe and Miguel Melendez as the 2 receivers up top. And it looks like there was a timeout called right here. Not sure by who, but a timeout definitely was called. And we'll be back after the timeout.
Did you answer or no? Oh. You got pockets? Alright. What? The money? I can just hold it. Unless you want it. Yeah, I'm gonna go down. I mean, we got our stuff here, so I don't really got nothing to protect. But we got 4 minutes, so. Empty backfield?
So after the timeout, Panthers show an empty backfield. Miguel Melendez as your receiver on the direct bottom. Right Ratcliffe right there. Naaman Bennett, Luke Tarver, Carter Whipple, your receivers on top. It's a deep pass right here thrown, and Evan Crappa overthrew Naaman Bennett. Looks like there's some miscommunication right there between the receiver and quarterback. And that's a turnover on downs for the Panthers. Some nice protection right there from the Panthers' offensive line. Just not able to get anything going. No receiver was really open, so nothing much the Panthers could have done. But it will be 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for E.D. White. So it's 1st and 10 for E.D. White from the 50-yard line. They send a running back in motion. Quarterback is on the keeper. Is able to slither through some defenders to get 9 yards right there. So it is a 9-yard gain on 1st down. Makes it 2nd and 1 for the Cardinals on Berwick's own 41-yard line. Second and 1 for the Cardinals. The quarterback drops back to pass. It is a throw to an open number 2, but he drops it, so it forces 3rd down for the Cardinals. Maybe you could see why E.D. White doesn't throw the ball too much. But nonetheless, this is also a wing T offense, which doesn't feature a lot of pass to begin with. So, but it is 3rd and 1 from the Panthers' 41-yard line. It is a handoff to number 9, jet sweep. Number 9 has some space to work. Number 9 on the 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone for a touchdown. And that's number 9. Not second touchdown of the game, but second big chunk play right there. That's a 41-yard touchdown for E.D. White on 3rd and 1. And really, when you put this dude in space, he's been able to cook this Berwick defense so far, and he does it once again right there. So not punt it right there on 4th and 8 turns out to be a bad decision right here from the Panthers. But also at the same time, I mean, you have to go for it right there, so can't really knock the coaching staff too much. But looks like E.D. White's going to be going for 2 right here. Interesting. The quarterback rolls out, looks to pass, and the receiver drops it, but there's a penalty on the field. Flag on the play. And looks like it's going to be roughing the passer on the defense. Come on. So, E.D. White's going to have another chance to get that 2-point conversion. And man, that was a gift right there. The receiver was open, drops it. Interesting to see if E.D. White goes for the extra point. No. They got the first team offense on the field. First team offense. So it'll be 2-point conversion from the 1-yard line. Very killer penalty right there from the Panthers. E.D. White sends a man in motion. And looks like they're just going to hand it off. Oh, and the ball's lost. But it's recovered by the Cardinals. So 2-point conversion is good for E.D. White after the Berwick penalty. Be 29-7 for the Panthers, and we'll be back.
At least this game's going by fast. Under an hour. South Park. That's the bar. That Smoothie King's probably finna be $10. I can already tell, bro. They gonna give us a, they gonna give a 12-ounce cup. They gonna give a 12-ounce cup for like $10.99 plus tax. Golly, bro. Cause they gotta get their money back. Shit. Damn.
It is a kick return right here by number 4, Luke Tarver. Makes a couple people miss, and the Panthers able to recover it. We're able to get the ball. Let's see what the refs mark it. So we first and 10 from the Panthers' own 18-yard line right here. So Panthers can get some quick points before half. Carter Whipple is your lone receiver on the bottom of your screen. Naaman Bennett, the running back. And it's a quick pass designed for Carter Whipple, but it is a high pass. Panthers run that play quite a bit so far this game. Worked in that first drive, but Panthers just not able to get too much separation right here. Offensively from the receivers. It's be second and 10 from the 18-yard line. 3 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. Carter Whipple, Luke Tarver are your receivers on the bottom of the screen. Miguel Melendez, Rhett Ratcliffe are your receivers on the top. Gage Toops is not in as the extra blocker, but Naaman Bennett is in as the running back. Evan Crappo drops back to throw it, and he has an open Rhett Ratcliffe, who's able to get out of bounds after getting the first down. So that's a first down right there for the Berwick Panthers. And that play has worked twice already for the Panthers, moving for a first down. So, I mean, obviously don't dial at every play, but I would, maybe try to put that healthy in. But it'll be first down for the Panthers on their own 30-yard line. Evan Crappell drops back to throw it. Has an open Rhett Ratcliffe, but it was an acrobatic catch trying to be made right there by Ratcliffe. Little throw that was behind him a little bit. Should be second and 10. Definitely a catchable ball if it's thrown in stride. It'll be second and 10 right here for the Panthers. And the Panthers with 3 receivers on the field. Carter Whipple, Luke Tarver, Rhett Ratcliffe on the bottom. Naaman Bennett, your running back. Miguel Melendez, the lone receiver on the top of the screen. Evan Crappell in play action. Throws it to Luke Tarver. And the pass had a little too much sauce on it. And it sails out of bounds. Be third and 10. Panthers had an open receiver. It's kind of the check down right there. But the Panthers are going for that chunk play. And it's a play that has worked for them so far this season. Actually worked last week against Central Catholic. But didn't work for the Panthers right here. So it'll be third and 10 for the Panthers on their own 30-yard line. Panthers had number 25, Naaman Bennett, in at receiver this time, with Cole Morris as your running back. And it will be a run at the middle for Cole Morris, who's not able to get much. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Punt team coming on the field for the Panthers. And 4th and 10. Panthers about to punt it off. It looks like there's a timeout called right there by A.D. White, so the Panthers don't run off the clock before halftime, and we'll be back.
That's just giving up. That's just giving up. Let's hope.
Damon Bennett out to punt it off. Edie White is 2 people deep returning. Interesting. And the kick sails out of bounds at around the, let's see what the refs mark it. They're going to put it at the 43-yard line. Excuse me, not 43. I'm tripping. 37-yard line. This will be 1st and 10 for Edie White. That punt took a good 8 seconds off the clock. Not bad. But on 1st and 10, let's see if Edie White's able to punch in another score before the halftime break. Edie White showing 2 receivers for possibly the first time all game. Is one of them going to go in motion, though? We'll have to see. The quarterback rolls out to his left, throws it to number 2, who is open, who has some space to work. He cuts off the field on the 30, 25, 20, has 1 man to beat, and is brought down inside the red zone. Number 25, Damon Bennett on that tackle right there. Almost a touchdown right there from Edie White. You have the receiver run about halfway across the field. And he gets almost touchdown yardage, but not enough. So, see what Edie White's going to do here on their goal line. It's probably going to be a quarterback run if I had to guess. Roll him out. And it's a pitch, number 40. I was wrong, but he walks into the end zone. So that's another 2-play touchdown scoring drive for Edie White. Not great, but it's a 35-7 lead for Edie White so far, depending on the extra point, which is probably going to be good. Edie White is a great kicker. Kick is up, and it is good. So 36-7, Edie White. 2 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and we'll be back.
Oh my God. We could be 0 and 10 and still say that. That would honestly be 5. 20-minute halftimes every time. But still. It is. I know. God damn. We're provided. That's what I'm saying.
Collins set to kick it off. It is a high kick. It bounces, and Damon Bennett gets it on the return. He breaks a tackle. He's still going. He has some people to beat. He's on the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. End zone for a Berwick Panthers touchdown. What a return right there by Damon Bennett. And that's a touchdown right there for the Berwick Panthers. They get right back on the board. Man, Damon Bennett is such a great player. What a great player Damon Bennett is. That's the first special teams touchdown for the Panthers this season. And it's funny because it was a bounce kick. I was unsure if the Panthers even were going to recover that kick. But Damon Bennett recovers it, has a wide open hole, breaks a couple tackles, and gets into the end zone. Extra point is up from Evan Crappell. It is good. So the Panthers are now only trailing 36-14. life for the Panthers? Maybe. 2 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. We'll see you guys in a sec.
Hey, what's your point? Idiot. Naaman's carrying the team right now. He got 2 touchdowns. No, I just said that, but Zach, them two, Andre, early season. That's true. That's true. That's true. He didn't play Central, did he? It was like Central and I think this game or homecoming. I think I don't know. Warrior.
Seven Crappell set to kick it off. It is a line drive kick, caught by number 25 for Edie White. See if they're going to try to return it right here. Carter Whipple forces them out of bounds at around Edie White's own 43-yard line. It's about 2 minutes remaining here in this game. Excuse me, half. But see if the Panthers can get a defensive stop right here. Right before halftime. Maybe get the ball back. Have some late half heroics. Edie White sends a man in motion. It's a toss to number 38. Might be his first carry so far this game. It's pushed out of bounds by number 55, Blaze Harrison. And about a gain of 4 yards right there. Gain of 3-4 yards. This will be about 2nd and 7 for the Cardinals. It is a quick pass thrown to once again number 38, and he is tripped up by number 6, Carter Whipple. But he is inches short of the first down. Marco will be about 30 inches right here from Edie White. Probably be a quick pass right here if I had to guess. And it's another quick pass. Oh, and it's dropped right there by Edie White. That's a second drop right here from the Cardinals. Ooh, that could have been a touchdown if he was able to catch that. And that was probably what was on his mind. Took his eye at the ball, went in for a touchdown. But it is 4th and inches for Edie White. If I'm the Cardinals, I would just run the football. I mean, you probably could get a first throwing it, but just get, secured first, doing a sneak. And that's exactly what Edie White does right there. Gets about 2 yards, but it's enough for the first down. And the quarterback drops back to throw it. Launches it down the field and overthrew his intended receiver. And there's a flag on the play right there. But that was just an uncatchable ball. You're not going to call that pass interference. You can't call that pass interference. That's insane. I don't know, unless it's unsportsmanlike conduct, because he came very late after the play happened. And let's see what the ref is. And they're calling pass interference right here on the defense. That's insane. That's insane. That ball was overthrown by like 10 yards. We have the film to prove it. That's wild. And to call it that late after as well, not immediately. You know, I'm talking 5 seconds after the play happened. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. But it'll be a first down for Edie White on the Panthers' 29-yard line. It's a pitch number 38. And he just walks out of bounds. That's a flag thrown right here. Might be on Edie White. That could be a potential block in the back. game looked good enough for a potential first down. But let's see what the ruling is here from the ref. And it is holding right there by the offense. So 10-yard penalty. Still first down, of course. Yeah, literally. But since it was a 10-yard gain, so ball gets moved back about 5 yards. Be first and 15 for E.D. White. First penalty on the Cardinals so far this game, I believe. But on first and 15, E.D. White's quarterback drops back to throw, but it's now running it. Has some space. Has one man to beat. And he dives for the end zone, and it's a touchdown. So E.D. White punches it into the end zone. Takes a 43-14 lead, depending on the 42-14 lead. Assuming the extra point's going to be made. So now we have 1:03 remaining in this game. Extra point is about to be kicked. It's up, and it is good. So 43-14 lead from E.D. White. 1:03 remaining in the second quarter. We'll be back.
But they're not. They're going to chew the clock. Unless they're just going all in. I would just have loved to see us win this game, bro. Oh my god.
Kick is up. Number 4, Luke Tarver on the return. Recovers it at about the 10-yard line, excuse me. Able to get a solid return right there. About a 15-yard return. Gets it at Panthers' own 25-yard line. Under a minute remaining in this game for the Panthers. So it'll be first and 10 for the Panthers. It's a handoff to Naaman Bennett. And he's able to bounce outside, stay in bounds, be about a gain of none. Second and 10 for the Panthers. And it looks like Berwick's just going to try to run out the clock right here. They have to call one more play. But after they call this one play, that should be halftime. Unless, of course, this is a massive gain right here from Berwick. But we'll just have to see. But it's a run right here from Maddox Sampe. Not able to get much, and that's going to be halftime. So we'll see you guys at the start of the second half. Your score is 43-14, E.D. White. we are back from halftime. Evan Crapell set to kick off for the Berwick Panthers. Kick is up. It's a bouncing kick. Number 24, Nate Thompson recovers. He breaks the tackle, getting tripped up, and is down at around the, let's see where the refs mark him, about the 42-yard line.
Thompson in return, he takes it to the 42-yard line and tackled under a 30. Nate Bella.
Number 30, Leif Bella on the tackle. So Berwick was not able to get a defensive stop last half. Let's see if the Panthers are able to do some of that in half number 2. It's a pitch to the running back number 5. He breaks a tackle. Has some space in the middle of the field. He's getting chased down by number 3, Rhett Ratcliffe, but he misses the tackle. The red team, Attic Sampe, brings him down at around the 3-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle right there from Attic Sampe. But that was a nice way to start the half for E.D. White. It's about a close to a 60-yard run right there. Insane stuff. But the first and goal for E.D. White right here. The quarterback pitches it out. He has 1 man to beat, but slips on the turf. Was a potential touchdown right there if he did not slip on the turf. But the Panthers get themselves the save right there. Be about second and goal from the 3-yard line. But on second and goal, before he goes in motion, they do that all the time. Goes in motion, looks over to the coach, changes the call. Not every drive, but happens a good bit. They also haven't had a long enough drive to do that in the past few drives. But they hand it up the middle, and it's another touchdown for E.D. White. They currently have a 49-14 lead. Put on the extra point. Potential 50-piece. Coming up for E.D. White, bearing this extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. So 50-14 lead for the Cardinals. And we'll be right back.
I'm tripping, bro. Oh my god. We need to run 7 minutes off the clock right now. Please.
Collins set to kick off. Deep to return for the Panthers is number 4, Luke Tarver. And number 18, Attic Sampe. But number 4, Luke Tarver catches the return. Has some space to move. And gets stopped at around the 25-yard line once again. His last return got stopped at exactly the 26. Which is where he got stopped this time. Which is pretty interesting. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers on their own 26-yard line. A lot of pass we've seen from the Panthers in this game, just trying to score points quick to try to make some type of comeback. But it's a handoff to Cole Morris, who had a little space on the outside, able to get about 3 yards, make it 2nd and 7.
Tackle number 10, Jack Strick, and number 46, MJ Thornton.
Interesting, number 25, Naaman Bennett, not on the field for the Panthers so far. He wasn't on kickoff, and not on the field for Berwick so far offensively. But it's another run right here from Cole Morris, and it seemed he slipped a bit on the turf, able to get about a yard though. So 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6
Tackle number 10, Jack Strick.
for Cole Morris.
Kansas play 3rd and 4.
Actually 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the Panthers. It's a handoff to Maddox Sampe, who is stopped about a yard shy of the 1st down marker. Looks like the Panthers' offense is going to stay on the field as they're going to go for it. Take that back. Punt team's coming on the field. Punt team is on the field. Maybe the Panthers could try a fake punt. That would be interesting. That'd be fun. Fake punt right here. Let's try to spice some things up.
Yeah, he was raw talking for Macy. For Macy.
Timeout called.
Are you gonna walk down and tell her what's up? Not doing anything. You should be like, come up to the press box media section. Be like, we that official. You should be like, all right. Number 75, big one coming off the field. That's Cole Morris. What are they doing? No, the ref is tweaking about something. Boy pulled up the rule book. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So after the ref went in the rule book for something, it's now a punt right here for the Panthers. Cole Morris is the punter now for Berwick. And a nice punt. Edie White didn't have anyone left to return. And that's a nice bounce right here. Almost bounced all the way into the 20. But Panthers will get it down at around the 21-yard line. So that's where Edie White's going to take over. And we'll be back when their offense comes on the field.
Yeah. Their name is, I think. I mean, they even be like swapping gloves or something. Then we got Luke on the field. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, never mind. Not crazy.
So it's a handoff right here for Edie White. Number 38 breaks the tackle. He's on the 50, 45, 30, 20, 25. There's one man to beat and walks into the end zone for another Edie White touchdown. That's about a 79-yard touchdown for Edie White right there. And they have another quick score.
Brianna Jua. She still goes to our school? She does? Bro, I've not seen her all year long.
Sweetie White on the extra point. Kick is up, and it's blocked. Panthers able to get a hand on it. So it'll be 56-14. 40 White. And looks like they're just letting the clock run out right here. We'll be back.
Their 100-year anniversary? Who is bro? In the hold up. I gotta get my pen. Do it in the road, bro. It's the fucking priest. A priest, bro. Right there. Down there in the road. The Harry Potter road. All the way down, bro. You see the 30? You see the ref box like the right there, bro. The kid in the wheelchair. Harry Potter. Yeah. Oh, they did decide to stop it.
So Collins kicks it up. It's a high kick. Number 4, Luke Tarver. Returns, starts to the 10, at the 15, makes it up to the 20, and gets it down. Pretty nice return right there. Gets it down to around the 24-yard line. About a 25-yard return right there. Wait, what am I saying? About a 15-yard return right there. Actually, yeah. I'm tripping. I'm tripping again. 15-yard return right there for the Panthers. Luke Tarver, the returner. Panthers trot the offense back onto the field, hoping to get something going. Last drive, the Panthers went very heavy run, which hasn't really worked for them so far in this game. But we'll have to see what the call is for Berwick right here. But on 1st and 10, it is handed up the middle for number 8, Cole Morris. Morris had some room to run and is able to get close to first down yardage, and looks like they're going to move the chain. So first down right there from the Panthers. 10-yard run by Cole Morris. And looks like there is an injury on the play for the Panthers. Player is down for Berwick.
Damn, bro. Somebody got hurt. I don't know who though. Bro, Cole got hurt. Oh my god, bro. We got Maddox running the rock now. Hold up. He isn't, but that's third string running back. We'll get no peanut oil on it. Ah,
So on 1st and 10, Maddox Sampe gets a carry. Brings a couple players along with them, and that's a nice gain right there. Gain of about 6 makes it 2nd and 4 for the Panthers. The injured player, right before we took break, the injured player for the Panthers was number 8, Cole Morris. Number 18, Maddox Sampe, is now in the game for the Panthers at running back. The receivers are number 6, Carter Whipple, number 3, Rhett Ratcliffe on the bottom of your screen, number 4, Luke Tarver on the top, and of course Maddox Sampe as your running back. Gage 2 Brand as an extra blocker. Maddox Sampe on the 2nd down run, able to get some very nice yardage right there. That's a first down. Panthers offensive line doing a very nice job run blocking on this drive.
they got some cameras, bro. My Mimi and Papa. That's what the notifications have me. Mimi and Papa got cameras at their house. crazy. I'm like, who's blowing his phone up? And it's just motion detected. Who was trying to break into his house?
It's first down for the Panthers. Crapel hands it off to Maddox Sampe. Not able to get much going on this play. Is able to get about a yard. Make it 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. Panthers near midfield. Burning a good amount of the clock. Got about 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Panthers taking every bit of that play clock as they can. Got 5 seconds remaining on the play clock. Play clock for some reason stops. Interesting. So it'll be another run up the middle. This time Matty Kempe is actually able to get another yard. So goes from 2nd and 9 to 3rd and 8. So see what the play call is right here for the Panthers. It would be interesting to see if this is 4 down territory or not. Because we've seen the Panthers have been inclined to go for it whenever they're close to the 50-yard line, which has been a couple times this game. Not often, but a few times. Evan Crapo drops back to throw it. Has an open receiver, Maddox Sampe, but it looked like that ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Sampe also slipped on the turf, running his route. The punt team comes on the field for the Panthers. Number 8, Cole Morse, is your punter. And even after the incompletion, they're just running the clock right here. E.D. White once again has no one set deep to return. Interesting. And this is just a boot of a punt. And it's going to bounce inside. Nope. Stops at around the 12-yard line. So nice punt right there from Cole Morse. Able to get it almost to the 12. Almost inside the 10, excuse me. And we'll be right back. So on first down, E.D. White's going to pitch it outside. And he's able to get pushed out of bounds. Not before getting the first down. In about 6 yards more than the first down. So, very nice run. Right there by E.D. White. And that player number 9. Wish we could tell you names, but once again, we don't have a roster. But that was a nice run right there. And that player just makes some moves when he has the ball in space. But it's a keeper with the quarterback who's not able to get much. Gets about no yards. 2nd and 10. Looks like E.D. White might just run it into the fourth quarter as they have 20 seconds remaining about 25 seconds remaining on the play clock. If I'm E.D. White, I'm just running this into the fourth quarter, but looks like they're trying to get as much points as possible. So they run it with number 25. He has a hole up the middle and is able to get enough for a first down yardage. And the third quarter has come to the close. Welcoming you to the fourth quarter after this.
I like how I say after this and have no commercials. Damn, bro. Why are they running around flag?
So back in fourth quarter play. On the first play of the fourth quarter, Edie White throws it out to a receiver who's able to get about 2 yards. Nothing crazy.
Joshua Cartwright for a 2-yard gain. He's tackled by Ratcliffe.
So on 2nd and 8, it's a run up the middle for Edie White, but they're able to get nothing out of it. Maybe about a yard. Berg does a great job of diagnosing that play. And it's now about 3rd and 6. Calling it a 2-yard gain on that play. 3rd and 6 for the Cardinals. See if the Panthers able to get a defensive stop. Excuse me. Panthers able to get a defensive stop right here. So on 3rd and 6. White quarterback scrambles out. It's a complete pass. The receiver breaks a tackle and gets pushed out of bounds by number 6, Carter Whipple. Not before getting the first down, though. About 10 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in this contest. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Edie White. It will be a run up the middle. And Panthers stop him. Not before he gets about 8 yards right there. Excuse me, 7 yards. Make it about 2nd and 7.
Cardinals play 2nd and 3 on the 36.
So on 2nd and 7, it's an end around to number 9 once again, who has some open space. He's dangerous in open space. He's at around the 20-yard line. Flags are thrown. He breaks another tackle. Gets out at around the 15-yard line, but there are multiple flags thrown on the play right here. For what? Not sure. But this play might be coming back for Edie White. We'll have to see what the call is, and the referee is about to give his signal. Looks like it was blocked in the back by the offense, which makes sense after all these, cuts and moves by number 9. But
Cardinals are penalized 10 yards for a block in the back. But that's still good for a Cardinals first down.
so because he had the first down yardage, it is a first down. It's 10 yards from where he got the first down. So it was around the 10-yard line, now at around 20. So it was a toss out to number 33 on this play. He breaks the tackle and gets wrapped up, tackled. Not after getting about 4 yards to make it 2nd and 6 for the Cardinals.
Number 33 on the carry. That's Waylon.
Bro, why are they stopping the clock? Oh my god. Run this bitch out. What are they doing?
So Edie White was penalized 10 yards right there for a holding penalty. So now they're all the way back in Egypt. Be about 1st and forever for Edie White right there. Maybe about 1st and 20. Whew. That's a lot of yards to gain. But it'd be a handoff to the outside for number 48, who cuts up the field, not able to get much going. Gets about 3 yards, 4 maybe yards. Makes it about 2nd and 16, 2nd and 17, something like that. Number 70, Trey Lee Pratt on the tackle right there.
Cardinals play 2nd and 17 on the 36.
So 2nd and 17. E.D. White sends number 39 in motion, and it's a toss out to number 39. It looks like there could have been a potential hold right there, not called on Ratcliffe. But there's a gain of about 3. And it'll make a 2nd and 17, 3rd and 14.
He gained 3 on that play. Tackle by number 55, Blaze Harrison.
So 3rd and 14 for the Cardinals right here. I would assume it's just going to be another run, but you never know. They might try to incorporate some type of pass in right here. And looks like the Panthers are showing blitz. Quarterback drops back to pass. Has a receiver open down the field, and he drops it. That's got to be about the 3rd drop from E.D. White tonight. That's 3. You know, I think one of their drops would have been a first down, but 2 drop touchdowns right there from E.D. White. 2 guaranteed walk-in touchdowns for E.D. White that they just dropped. Insane stuff. But when they pass it, you know, they tend to have some type of success. But it'll be about 4th and 14. E.D. White's offense is, of course, staying on the field. We'll be interested to see that field goal kicker out because apparently he has a boot, but we don't see him. So it'll be about 4th and 14 for E.D. White. Pressure is being brought. Oh, and they have an open receiver. He catches it, but doesn't look like he got enough for the first down. He does not, about 2 yards shy, and that will be a turnover on downs for E.D. White. First down for the Panthers.
I think we just need to take a minute to recognize this camera quality. This is some beautiful stuff. Truly. Truly, this is some beautiful stuff. Just compared to what we had last year, compared to this. Hold up. Alright, did nothing, but there we go. I'm gonna call it through the feed. No, I'm not.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. On first down, Evan Crappell keeps it. It's a quarterback keeper, and he's able to get about 4 yards right there. More about, 4 yards. This will be about 2nd and, looks like he got 5 yards right there, actually. This will be about 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. So on 2nd and 5, it's a handoff up the middle to Maddox Sampe, who doesn't get much. Gets about a yard, make it 3rd and 4 for the Panthers. At this game winding down.
Berwick plays 3rd and 4.
Evan Crapo drops back to throw. Has an open receiver. It's Ratcliffe who gets enough for the first down. So chains continue to move for the Panthers.
Ratcliffe for a 5-yard gain. Tackle by number 25, Jonathan Lee. Panthers play 1st and 10 on the 34.
So on 1st and 10, it's another quarterback keeper by Evan Crappell, who almost gets enough for the first down yardage. Looks like the rest are just going to mark him about, let's see where they put it. So they're going to mark him about a yard shy, make it 2nd and 1. You got Miguel Melendez, Rhett Ratcliffe on the bottom of your screen. There's your receivers. Maddox Sampian is the running back. It's another quarterback keeper by Evan Crappell, Crapo has some space to move, gets tackled, but not after getting the first down, and a lot after the first down. Ball is on the 44-yard line, Edie White 44-yard line, and the Panthers are driving once again. About 2 minutes remaining left in this game, minute 45, minute 40, something like that. We have 1st and 10. For Berwick right here. Nice move and drive right here. Trying to get some points in the second half. Maddox Sampe fumbles it, but has a nice recovery. But gets body slammed to the turf after about a gain of 1. So he fumbles it, loses the fumble. Recovers the fumble, gets body slammed. It's 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. The Panthers are trying to put some points on the board. You might want to see them pass it right here, as they got about half the field to go with just over a minute left. But it is a handoff to Maddox Sampe, and it looks like the Panthers are just going to chew out the clock here. You got about maybe 2 plays, 3rd and 4th down. There's a pile of Panthers on the bottom of the field, and a pile of everyone, but everyone's able to get up. Number 14 for Edie White looks to be jogging off the field a little bit. Could be because of rotations. Might be a little hurt. Looks like he's okay. Good for him. So it'll be about 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. And these are likely the last 2 plays we see of the game. I would love to see the Panthers just take a deep shot to the end zone. Try to put some points on the board, but they have some second-team receivers kind of mixing here. Number 14, Carter Dupree, is on top of your screen in the game. 4 Luke Tarver's in the slot on the top of your screen. But it's another handoff. Maddox Sampe gets about a yard right here. And looks like that's going to be game. Right here. So the Berwick Panthers lose to the Edie White Cardinals on their homecoming game, 56-14. Want to thank everyone for watching the game. Anyone watching the game at the stadium, have a safe